All right, so you've clicked that link from the PowerPoint presentation, and it's brought you to this website. That's the Technology and Learning Resources Wiki. The web's address is Techler, that's TECHLR .pbworks.com. And it's set up so that we're looking straight away at the Accreditation self-study page. You can see that link here. What I would recommend you do is explain to people, this is the wiki, this is how you get here, and highlight to them that this is the front page and the main page in this area here, and then the items that are located on this right-hand side are the sidebar items that are used for resources, ways for them to access documents and information as a resource, and that's here on the sidebar on the right-hand side. What you can do is you'll notice that here's the current wiki. Here are previous reports, but we'll go to the current accreditation self-study, and then here are the 4 standards. So we were working with standard 1. You would go ahead and click to this link, and this is the language from the ACCJC standard 1. It's, as it describes here, the institution demonstrates, blah blah blah. You can read this to them, you can have them read it on their own, whatever you think works. Notice, of course, that the sidebar information came with us as we linked from page to page. Then the next thing would be to go ahead and focus in on the Part A, mission, or B, improving institutional effectiveness. And notice as well at the bottom that this back to, this always links us back to that first page. So we'll click on mission. And here's the language that's used under mission. And then ACCJC recommends that we ask ourselves a series of questions in regards to the standard. And so I put those questions here for you. The next step as people explore the wiki and the accreditation standards really is to just follow the link. So if they want to know more about mission, and then there's a 1A, so we're in standard 1A mission, and then there's a 1, 2, 3, 4. So if they want to know about 1A1, they can click on it, and here it is, right? The institution establishes student learning programs, and here are the questions that ACCJC recommends. So what I would think people would do is they would come to this page, go to standard 1, go to mission or the institutional effectiveness, and then read through these different standards and then decide what areas do I want to work on. And when they make that decision, when they make that choice, that's where we want to have them go ahead and sign up. And I'm in the process of changing this slightly, but you'll notice here it says working group members. What I'm hopeful to have next here is it'll say the name of the person, their department, and then what section specifically they've signed up for. And what that'll do later is help Robin and I and the advisory, the Accreditation Advisory Committee go through and see where we have a lot of hands available to do the work and where we don't. And so then once your group has looked at the different standards and the subcomponents within, I'm hopeful that they'll go ahead and click on it right here, and they can begin to brainstorm. And in the brainstorming process, it's going to require them to hit edit in order to be able to write things in. So, I'm going to probably have a link like this, evidence, or a place to write here, and maybe even narrative, so that people can say, what is it? Do we meet the standard? And if so, right, what's the evidence? Right? If we don't meet the standard, then perhaps we need to discuss a planning agenda so that we can meet the standards. So, in a sense, this is what we'll have available to people to do the work on, to be able to work and engage the wiki and use it in a way that's meaningful and keeps record of it, so that those of us who are helping to organize the larger workflow process can keep track of what's going on. All right, so you'll have about an hour's worth of time dedicated to this particular space, and so it'll require you to help people navigate the wiki a little bit, and then encourage them to sign up often, and make sure that we get their names. At the end of the time as well, it would be good for people to have their schedules and their availability for this semester, and if possible, as much as they can for next, and then a timeline for, so when are we going to meet, how are we going to move forward, what do we need to do to accomplish this task. Again, I'm hopeful that people will use the Wiki as a space to kind of put their work up in a collaborative fashion. All right, I think that's about it. So I appreciate your time again. Take care, and thanks again for working on this project.